Hello and welcome back to LearnSBOM. I'm Liam and today we will be looking at the SBOM-tester tool from LeanIX. SBOM-tester runs in the command line interface. SBOM-tester is a script that analyzes certain quality factors of an SBOM, including the correctness and presence of PURLs, the correctness and presence of licenses per PURL, if the SBOM entails the dependency tree, if the operating system is present, and if the SBOM contains info on the tool that was used to create it. This tool is only able to take in CycloneDX JSON SBOM formatted files as input, making it very limited in the type of SBOMs that can be tested with this tool. You will need to convert or generate all other forms to this format in order to use this tool. To install and use SBOM-tester, you will need to install its required libraries. To do this, you need to make a clone of the tool's repository, which I have already done. You will then need to cd to the repository's directory. There, you will need to install all required libraries using the following command, which I have also already done. On the tool's repository, it stated that a virtual environment needed to be created. However, when I was testing the tool, it worked as intended, whether in a virtual environment or not. Regardless, for this demo, we will create a virtual environment. First, I want to run the following command to create the virtual environment, which I've, again, already done. And then activate it by writing source venv bin activate. If you're using Windows, the bin folder will be called scripts instead. We can now make a report on an SBOM file. The repository gives us a test folder with multiple CycloneDX JSON SBOM files, which is what I'll be using for this demo. The tool allows the user to pass a directory of many SBOM files, or a single file. Here we will test using the entire test folder. To generate a report, we can type in the following command. This runs the main file of the repository with the test folder as its argument. If you were to use your own CycloneDX JSON SBOM, make sure to use its path instead. If the path is valid and successful, the report will be generated as a JSON file in the repository. When we open up report.json, we can see the report for every file that was just reviewed. In this case, 3 SBOM files were reviewed. Each file displays the following information: the number of PURLs in the file, if the SBOM has PURLs, and what percentage of them are valid, the number of valid licenses, and the percentage of valid license IDs in the SBOM, if the SBOM is schema compliant, which is CycloneDX, if the SBOM has an operating system, and if any were found, if the SBOM has tools. Note that it will assume true, like it does down here, even if the list is empty, and it will only be false if specifically noted as null. Finally, it'll show if it has dependency tree. All of these metrics add up to the SBOM's quality score, which ranges from 0 to 1. A score closer to 1 indicates a higher quality SBOM that contains most or all of these metrics. We can also just output the SBOM report in the command line interface by using the Verbose Flag instead of the report flag. If successful, the tool will simply output the results of each test into the command line interface. Inside the tool's analyzer.py file, we can find the weights of each factor to determine a quality score under the grade SBOM function. It's at the bottom of the screen. By default, these are the weights of each factor. The user is able to update and modify each weight for the categories to their personal interest or goals. But all the weights should add up to 1, or else the user might receive quality scores that are greater than 1. Overall, this tool is pretty limited in its functionality, but it does help to provide insight into the presence of PURLs, licenses, dependency trees, operating systems, and the overall schema of the SBOM file. SBOM-tester can only take in CycloneDX JSON formatted SBOMs, so hopefully there are updates on the tool that will allow different formats to work in the future. Also, it is always required to run the tool using the main.py file to analyze SBOM files, which can be confusing if a user needs a quick analysis. If this tool could be installed and used in other ways, like pip, then I believe that this tool would be much more useful and accessible to users. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out and contact us at LearnSBOM.com.
Thank you for checking out this video. If you really liked it, be sure to check out our other videos right here, and then you can also subscribe right up top here. And again, thank you. Bye-bye.